Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com. The official story about the shooter, Matt Walsh tweets this out. He says, a random 20-year-old, acting completely alone, walked within 150 yards of a presidential campaign rally with a rifle. Climbed onto a rooftop in full view of Secret Service snipers, set up his shot, and fired without anyone intervening and with no help from anyone. Also, everybody, all the regular people there for the rally saw the guy minutes before it happened and were screaming for the cops. There was reports in the AP that a cop climbed up that ladder, saw him, and then climbed back down. Why wouldn't you, first of all, if the cop sees a shooter on a roof, aren't you supposed to go code red, get the president off the stage into your radio? It's two, why wouldn't you pull your gun out and shoot that guy? Why would you climb back down the ladder and leave the guy up there to shoot the president? This 20-year-old is also so politically radical as to attempt an assassination, and yet not radical enough to have ever posted any political writings or commentary on any social media site ever in his life. So Kurt was saying this sounds like MKUltra. Like this sounds like something they got to him. This was the first thing I said. I said they found some mental defective and they encouraged him to do something he normally wouldn't do. And Kurt went the extra mile and said it was MKUltra style mind control stuff. I'm sure they only did the MKUltra mind control from the 50s to the 70s. I'm sure they stopped. He also wrote no manifesto and left behind no indication about why he did it. The perfect patsy. His last and only political act before attempting to kill the Republican candidate was to register as a Republican. You must believe this and ask no questions about it, or else you are a conspiracy theorist. And one thing we know about assassination attempts is that there's never any conspiring involved. He also tried to join his school's rifle club, but his aim was so bad, he hit one wall instead of the one with the target. So yeah, definitely the man to attempt a hit job. So people were saying there was somebody probably in that tree. Who knows? Who knows? It was definitely an inside job, or at least there was an inside component to it. This kid had no social media, was able to put up a ladder at the only roof that was uncovered. I think there was a permanent ladder connected to this building. I can't confirm that. Can you check that out? Okay. See if that was... He was able to climb the roof, and someone said he jumped from several different roofs. Remember that eyewitness account we showed you yesterday? Was able to put up a ladder, the only roof that was uncovered. Was able to climb the roof and set up for over 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And was able to get 6 shots off. I heard between 5 and 8, so I don't know about those numbers. But let's look at this. So here's where Trump is speaking. Here's where the guy was. Well, here's a water tower right there. When we saw this, first thing we said was, why didn't they have Secret Service up in this water tower so they could oversee all these buildings? And there's only a handful of buildings. Like, why wouldn't you have Secret Service on every one of them? Oh, by the way, they also took Secret Service away from Donald Trump that day to send them where? To a Jill Biden event. Because she was in the neighborhood. What? This wasn't Donald Trump's regular Secret Service detail because they had been overworked. So they replaced them with these people. They also took away some or a lot of his Secret Service to send them to a Jill Biden event. What a weird coinky dink. So, and they didn't put anybody in that tower. Why wouldn't that be the first place you put somebody? They could see everything. So here's where the Secret Service snipers were. Here's where the shooter was. Here's where Trump was. So, super suspect. That it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. At all. How convenient. They found a guy who had no social media presence, had no manifesto, no nothing. That's something. Are you a sleepy Joe who has zero cognitive performance, scared of walking upstairs without being worried you're going to fall down? Do you struggle to muster the focus and brain power for the basic things in life, such as eating ice cream or riding a bike? This is funny. You need to stop drinking woke liberal coffee and start your day by drinking Rumble. They have their own coffee, and it's called 1775 coffee. Never mind that it will be the best tasting coffee you ever had in your life, it's seriously good. It's also ethically sourced from a family farm in the high altitude mountains of Bolivia. That's nice. So instead of waking up tomorrow morning and drinking your mold infested, big corporation owned woke ideology coffee that is probably making you sick from pesticides that it's sprayed with, try Rumble's 1775 coffee. Support freedom of speech and build a parallel economy that actually values you. You can do a lot just by drinking coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com. That's 1775coffee.com right now and pick up your first bag. Use the code DORE, that's D-O-R-E, to save 10% off your first order. Steph's favorite is the dark roast, just like her. You won't regret it for a moment. Level up your morning routine with a bag of 1775 coffee and sleep well at night knowing that your hard-earned dollars are going towards supporting freedom-loving creators like me on Rumble and not the woke mob. Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets and make sure you go to jimmydore.com.